Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lynn Nakrin. Taking a look at some of the top stories that we're following right now. There's a death investigation underway after investigators say that a woman was found essentially shot to death. This is in Dekalb County. Let me show you some video from the scene. Again, it is a deadly shooting. Police have confirmed that a woman is the victim here and was actually found dead. Atlanta News First Asia Wilson reports this morning on the ongoing investigation.
It's a very active scene here. You can see crime scene investigations are still here. Detectives are still working to determine what happened here. We do know that one woman was shot and killed. You're looking at the scene now. Much of the attention appears to be around a motel room. We've been speaking with people on scene here who said that they saw the woman just moments before she was shot. We know the shooting call came in just before 4:30 this morning, and that's when the woman was found dead. At this hour, we're still working to determine what led up to this particular shooting. As soon as we learn more, we'll be sure to let you know. In Decatur, Asia Wilson, Atlanta News First.
And as Asia mentioned, an ongoing investigation is underway. Thank you so much to Asia for that report. We're going to keep following the latest here. Okay, let's talk about the primary election results certification. Of course, a lot of you did cast your ballots last week in the Georgia primary election. Today, several Metro Atlanta communities will actually certify the results. Atlanta News First will have a short report to the city.
Today is the deadline for all Georgia counties to certify the results of last week's primary election. Fulton County's Board of Elections is among those meeting this morning to get that done. For the most part, things went smoothly last Tuesday, but at the state level, there was a bit of a hiccup. The My Voter page website went down for about 45 minutes. Voters got an error message, which meant they couldn't check for their polling place online. The Secretary of State's office said it was likely because a lot of people were trying to download sample ballots, which bogged down the system. Voter rights activists point out that this could be a problem. That happened during a primary, which doesn't have that big of a turnout. So they wonder what's going to happen in November when large numbers of people are trying to vote in the presidential election.
So we have to have our confidence that this is getting fixed, that this is going to be stronger, and that this is going to handle a higher volume going into November and frankly beyond.
If any of the primary races in your community are in a runoff, mark your calendar because that is going to happen June 18th. In Union City, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
And another, of course, major story that we continue to follow, the YSL Rico trial. Witness testimony is expected to resume again today. The court proceedings have been on a break since middle of last week, but, you know, the trial portion of this case has gone on for exactly 6 months, believe it or not. Still no end in sight either. Atlanta News First Rachel Aragon has a look back at the past 6 months.
A half a year has gone by. Dozens of witnesses have been called to testify, and it's still anyone's guess how or when this trial will end.
You'll hear evidence that hundreds of bullets were fired.
The trial for Jeffrey Williams, aka rapper Young Thug, began November 27th. From day one, there's been courtroom theatrics.
Be truly humble under God. That's what thug means.
Since the beginning, the trial has been bogged down by objections and outbursts.
Summon our juries, please. Summon our juries. Have a seat, madam.
Dozens of witnesses have testified.
Good afternoon, Mr. Murphy.
What's up?
Some more cooperative than others.
No, I don't remember saying that. What do these dudes got to do with me?
I'm so high right now, y'all. I'm about to go to sleep on y'all.
6 months in, we are looking at something that's unprecedented.
Trial attorney Jay Shipp is not tied to this case, but he has been following it.
You never know what is going on in that juror's life.
Of the 18 jurors selected, 2 have already been dismissed. Shipp wonders if the jury will make it through the end of the trial, and if they do, will both sides be able to keep their attention?
I'm also worried about the fact that they may just be fatigued. They may be all worn out about hearing about YSL.
Similar concerns shared by defense attorneys and even the judge, who lately has been putting pressure on defense attorneys and prosecutors to pick up the pace.
It's just not fair. It's not fair to this jury. We're going to have them here till well into 26 if we don't do that.
Rachel Aragon, Atlanta News First.
And thanks so much to Rachel for that report. We're going to keep following the latest, and of course, like I mentioned, we're going to be streaming that when it does resume. Okay, let's talk about our St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. You know, we've been telling you about this. Look how beautiful this neighborhood is. This home is. So it's a beautiful home worth $675,000, but it's about so much more than just winning that brand new dream home and other prizes. It's really about finding a cure, you know, and at least treatments that can help improve the lives of kids battling cancer at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Of course, it's the same treatment and research that's shared with doctors across the country and all around the world. Atlanta News First Tracy Hutchins explains how that knowledge spreads to families right here in Georgia.
Treating and defeating childhood cancer. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is leading the way. The world understands children's life-threatening diseases. Every breakthrough at St. Jude is shared with doctors and scientists worldwide so they can use that same information to save even more children. The Childhood Solid Tumor Network is just one example. The tumors are difficult to study and hard to treat because they're so rare. But researchers and doctors anywhere in the world can find the resources and data developed by St. Jude online. Take a look at the red dots. They show who's tapped into it. St. Jude is also leading the research and clinical efforts to improve the outcomes for patients with Wilms tumor, patients like 8-year-old Taryn Imler of Atlanta. At just 16 months old, a tumor was found in both of Taryn's kidneys. Because of that shared research, Taryn is now an energetic little girl, alive today thanks to St. Jude.
They share all of the findings that they do, all of the research that goes on there, all of the kind of retrospective looking back at what they've done to help cure cancer, help kids with cancer. They put that out in the public, and that's how we found them. I mean, that's like a very amazing opportunity for us that we came across their work because they put it out there for everybody to see.
So if you would like to enter, go to atlantanewsfirst.com/dreamhome and you get all the information on the other prizes available and, of course, how you can enter for your chance to win. All right, let's talk about the forecast here. And I see a muggy meter up.
Yeah.
Here's First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazi. And yeah, my hair has been frizzy. I know it's muggy.
Yeah, right, exactly. But you know what, Joy? It's about to change, which is fantastic. A treat for us. Yes, a treat for this time of year. We never get low humidity. Okay, well, I can't say never, but it is rare to get low humidity this time of year. Usually it is very, very muggy as we head into late spring and early summer. Summer not too far around the corner. Guys, we're about to head into June. And the official start of summer, I believe June 21st this year. So to have this lower humidity, really, really a treat. Essentially, we had a cold front move in yesterday. We had the very active morning. If you can remember, I'm sure you can't forget because those storms rocked just about all of North Georgia. And then later in the evening, a little more sneakily, we had a cold front move through. It offered us a few thunderstorms, especially south of I-20. And now that is well south of us, and our wind will start to shift out of the northwest, ushering in that drier air, which is just going to be fantastic. So notice, as we head into Wednesday night and even more so into Thursday, we're going to just have that humidity level off and stay in that more comfy range. It will start to go up as we head into Sunday and Monday, but nothing necessarily oppressive and super, super sticky until potentially next week. So with that said, enjoy the lower humidity while it lasts because it really is a treat for us this time of year. So we will take it when we can get it, and it seems like it's going to stick around for a couple of days. Pair that with some slightly cooler temperatures, just a beautiful week. And of course, I'm sure if you're like me, you're like, wow, that came right after the weekend. After all of us had 3 days off, now we get the really nice weather and low humidity. I'm sorry, we can't control it. If we could, we would make it beautiful every single weekend for you guys. But if you can get out and enjoy it, maybe do some yard work, of course. I know a lot of you probably trying to plant those spring gardens and stuff. This week will be a great week to do it. High temperatures today. climbing into the low to mid 80s. If you're up in the mountains, places like Blairsville, you might top out in the upper 70s today. Yesterday we hit 87. We'll be just a touch cooler than that. If you're headed to Truist Park tonight, where hopefully the Braves will put on a little bit of a better show than they did last night. Y'all know me. I love the Braves with my whole heart and soul, but I just, I'm not impressed with their performance last night. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. But you know what? That does not reflect them as a team as a whole. They are fantastic. We love the Braves, and hopefully they'll do great tonight as they go for round 2 against the Nationals. 7:20 first pitch on a Tuesday over in Cobb County. 86 degrees by 5 o'clock. Ignore that thunderstorm icon. We're going to see a lot of sunshine. But 82 around 7 for first pitch. And then as you're leaving Truist later tonight, temperatures in the mid-70s. Again, nice and dry, lower humidity, just a really comfortable night at the ballpark. A perfect night for some baseball. Overnight tonight, take a look at this. We're waking up in the low 60s. Some of our suburbs potentially in the upper 50s. Carrollton, LaGrange, Clayton, Ellijay in the 50s. Canton, I wouldn't rule out that you even drop into the upper 50s tomorrow morning. But really comfortable. Pair that with some dry air. It's going to feel more like an early spring morning tomorrow. Over the next 6 days, our average highs are actually going to stay, or our high temperatures are going to stay closer to average. 84 for a high tomorrow, 82 Thursday. Over the weekend, we'll be in the mid-80s, low 80s return on Sunday. That's because of some higher rain chances. Let's talk about that, because most of the week will stay dry, but we'll have a few disturbances that could push off to the east from the west. Very similar to how our past few rain systems have been. We've had just those little bursts of energy, bursts of thunderstorms that have rolled through and brought the chance for severe storms. Severe weather isn't likely on any of the days with our rain chances, but Thursday, a few thunderstorms possible, mainly in the afternoon and evening, and models have been kind of going back and forth on that chance for rain on Thursday, so we'll keep an eye on it. Right now, keeping a 20% coverage, but as models start to figure out where exactly that little wave is going to move in, we'll be able to give you a more fine-tuned and specific forecast. But right now, we're just going to look at a small chance for storms Thursday night, and then notice as we head into Saturday. Now, this is a long-range model, so it's not going to give you a really high-resolution view. It's picking up on moisture in the atmosphere and surface features, all kinds of things. So I know it looks like a rainy mess out to our west, but the good news is that doesn't look like it'll move into North Georgia. In fact, our rain chance on Saturday about 20%, so not a bad-looking day on Saturday. Partly to mostly cloudy, temperatures in the mid-80s. And then, again, that humidity is going to start to ramp up a little bit over the weekend, so we'll wake up a little bit on the warm and muggy side Sunday. 40% coverage of showers and storms on Sunday. We'll have a slightly stormier day, it looks like, on Sunday for now. This all could change, and it probably will change in some capacity. But right now, if you're thinking about the weekend already, why not? Just know that Saturday is looking like the better day of the two for now. Neither day looks like a washout. We have no first alert weather days, but right now, Sunday, the stormier day of the two for the weekend. And again, no 90s in the forecast. A pretty mild week, very average in the temperature department this week. Our overnight lows super comfortable Thursday and Friday. So humidity drops today. Temperatures in the mid-80s, nothing but sunshine, a little bit of a breeze, really just a picture-perfect spring afternoon. We'll wake up tomorrow in the upper 50s to low 60s, low 80s tomorrow, another gorgeous day. Mostly dry Thursday. Again, we could maybe have a thunderstorm complex roll in Thursday night. That'll offer us the chance for a few thunderstorms. We'll be dry Friday. Humidity does start to tick up slightly on Friday and into the weekend. Mostly cloudy, but mostly dry on Saturday with a few scattered storms Sunday. And we could have a few storms linger into Monday of next week as well. All right, everyone. I hope you make it a wonderful first day back to work. Maybe some of you extended the weekend a little bit longer. Nothing wrong with that. Either way, enjoy the beautiful weather today, and we'll catch you here next time.